And indeed, it's Sunday night. Time to jump into the fire. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Alan. Hello. We are. And Eddie T, who is over in Great Britain. We're going to talk a little bit about horror movies and a recent podcast about the film From Dusk Till Dawn, which, yeah. And then I want to ask them about one, and I think, and I've not brought Chris on yet, but he can shake his head, American Horror Story with Christian Bale. Maybe the most psychotic killer in movie history, but they also did one about the lady down in Florida, and that movie won Charlize Theron the Academy Award. What was it? Eileen Wuornos, the serial killer down in Florida, and we're going to talk about that. And being that Eddie is in Great Britain, I would be remorse if I didn't ask him, are they all as up in arms over Prince Harry and what's-her-face and their interview with Oprah? Or do they, in Great Britain, do they really not give a shit? Because Americans seem to be fascinated by those two. And I don't understand why. That's why we fought the damned American Revolution, was to get away from freaking royalty. But everybody is obsessed with those two. Give me a break. Couple of things while we wait on Eddie T. And Christopher, I hope, did send him the link. It may take a while because it does have to go across the Atlantic Ocean. So, but there seems to be some misinformation being bantied about on Facebook regarding my favorite thing, COVID-19, where there are some damn ignorant jackwagons saying that 90% of the deaths from COVID-19 were obese people and smokers. And they actually believe that stuff. Oh, and this just in, since Channel 9 doesn't do sports anymore. Yeah. Shout out to Dave Staley, John Madewell. Martin Truex Jr. won the race in Phoenix today. And I think the selection show is going on right now. Cheers. And yes, if you look, take a guess what state we're in tonight. Take a guess what state we're in. I hopped a plane last night and I'm in freaking Hawaii. So now Eddie's there. Folks, it's time to bring in two guys who are the ultimate experts on horror movies. Chris, my son, who happens to be the executive producer and the video expert that has the openings done. And we've got to redo that because when we close it out tonight, I've got a very big announcement. And let's bring in Chris, Eddie T. Hello, guys. How are you tonight?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I know. And it's 11 o'clock. Well, it's 11:05 in Great Britain right now. Yeah. So it's, before we get into horror movies, Eddie, I got to ask, you are in Great Britain. Yeah. Is everybody as up in arms over the damn Oprah interview over there as they are here?
A lot of people now that don't really care. Yeah, there's quite a few that do. Yeah.
Americans seem
causing
Americans-
uproar. It's causing major uproar within the royal circle.
I mean, it's causing such an uproar over here.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
newscast has something about those two.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, they're gone.
yeah.
Just like our former president. It's been 131 or 132 days.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is no longer the president of the United States.
No, he's not.
And people
That is
won't
correct.
let it
I
go.
am not the president anymore. It is correct.
Stimulus money, folks, and then we're going to get to Chris and Eddie T.
Yeah.
Stimulus money is out there. For one, Amy got hers yesterday. Most Americans will get theirs supposedly by Wednesday, the 17th.
Yeah.
And it's needed.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my second vaccination so I can get back to work. And that's what we're going to address at the end of the show. Guys, you just did 2 great podcasts. One was on From Dusk Till Dawn, and somehow I got it that they were doing a remake of it.
No.
No, really.
I'm sorry to burst the bubble there. They're not gonna do a remake of that movie.
You can't beat the one with what's his name? George Clooney.
George Clooney.
There's only one.
I'm sorry. It's just the simplistic nature of that film. Of course, the language and
You mean George Clooney uses bad language?
yes.
Now,
Well,
isn't Arnold?
No, Arnold's
Isn't
not.
Arnold in that also?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
for some reason I got this thing that I thought Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it.
No, you were thinking about End of Days.
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, in the days, the one with the devil.
Yes.
Yeah, Gabriel Byrne.
Yes. Which is a phenomenal film, anyways.
Good film, yeah. It is.
But you cannot redo what Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez did.
No.
That film is so iconic. Yes, it spanned 3 movies.
Yeah.
Which the other 2 were, lack of a better term, garbage.
Yeah. They were.
Tarantino, he has his detractors, but I think Tarantino is the modern day Martin Scorsese.
Oh, yeah.
His stuff is unreal. Once
his
Upon a
genre,
Time in Hollywood may be the best movie Tarantino's ever made.
I have not seen that one yet.
The Hateful Eight's not bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And Chattanooga gets a shout out in the Hateful Eight.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. He digs the place up.
Hometown guy.
Yeah.
Mentions his hometown in the movie.
Yeah.
And you got folks, everybody out there, if you have not seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I will give you this spoiler.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
One of the best actors out there today,
Is that the
Damian
one
Lewis.
with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
Yeah. But Damian Lewis,
Yeah,
who I think should be the next James. He should be the next James Bond.
Ooh.
Damian Lewis is the red-haired guy, that was in.
Yeah.
He'd be a good Bond.
He
He would.
is Steve McQueen in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And it's brief, a couple of minutes, but he nails Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
It's typical Tarantino. It's a long movie.
You got to think they're trying to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
you
it.
know, you got actors portraying other actors in iconic roles. You know, you got someone portraying Bruce Lee.
Yeah. What, the film Dragon?
No, they were the Green Hornet.
Oh, yeah. Bruce Lee was in the TV series.
Yes.
I mean,
Flint-
it is. And you recently did, what was it? Was it Friday or yesterday? You did one on Eileen Warnos.
Yes.
Yeah, Eileen Warnos. Yeah.
Yes. We did one. It was Sunday. Last Sunday.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Saturday. One, two. I don't know.
Better wait back. Yeah.
Lost
And
track
I can't. I'm rattling my brain trying to think of the name of that movie where Charlize Theron played her.
Monster.
Yes, Monster. She got the Academy Award.
The 2003 great movie with Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci. Phenomenal film. Kane Hodder was also in it for anybody who is a Jason fan.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yes.
She is evil personified.
Yeah.
Or was evil personified.
Yeah.
She was a very evil woman.
Yeah, she was.
And when did this take place down in Florida?
This would have been the
Yes, it ended in the 90s, didn't it, when the bought it down?
yes, so it was been like late 60s, 70s, into the 90s or 80s, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Well, just think that's when we were living in Florida, my son.
Well, yeah. But see, this took
late 80s, early 90s.
late 80s, early 90s. My wife just
And hello to my daughter-in-law.
who was the special guest on that podcast as well.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, that stretching from
Yeah.
That's
Volusia
real
County
horror.
all the way to Marion County,
Yeah.
knowing they're in some of the locations.
Yeah.
And even the director of that film was so just not mesmerized, but he wanted to tell that story.
Yeah.
So he went to these locations that are still there to this day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the film, what's it called? The Iceman.
Yes.
Yeah. Richard Kuklinski, he was a mob hitman for Roddy Mayer. He was a major mob boss in New York. Major head case as well.
Yes.
And
Which we did cover that one in a hack and slash.
Yeah, 'cause the director said everyone was familiar with Casino and Goodfellas and all that, but no one had heard of the lesser guys.
Yeah.
Even though they were well notorious in their own right. Yeah, like Kuklinski. Yeah.
Well, I mentioned this before you were able to get online. Am I the only fan of American Horror Story?
I liked Asylum. Yeah, the second season.
I liked Freak Show.
Yeah. I know I've seen Asylum.
Yeah.
FX was making horror a regular part of their programming, and it's not been on there in a while. What has happened?
So the way that goes is it, of course, has to go through the production companies and stuff. And you got to think of the whole pandemic that is going on.
Yeah, it's killed my favorite show, Billions.
But from what I have heard, that they
Billions was the one with Damian Lewis.
Yes.
Billions. Yeah.
He plays Bobby Axelrod, who is based on a hedge fund manager, true story in New York, who is now the owner of the New York Mets. Bobby Axelrod was evil.
Yeah.
He was the evil hedge fund guy. Now I know the movie American Psycho.
Yes.
It's a wonder Christian Bale was not typecast forever.
Yeah.
Because he can play an evil guy pretty well.
Well, he was typecasted after that.
Yeah, Batman has killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has, yeah.
I mean, you got to think. I mean, he's done these these roles,
Yeah.
and nothing has really stuck out since, of course, Batman.
He'd be forever known as Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gravelly voiced Batman
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
no
The only
offense-
one out, the only one from them movies who can do other stuff still is Michael Caine.
yes.
I mean, look at Michael Keaton. What has
Yeah.
he done? It
Yeah.
took him 30 years to get over being the original Batman in the movies.
Yeah.
Hold on. With that being said,
Yeah.
since I am a Batman fan,
Mhm.
Michael Keaton has signed on to the MCU to do the Flashpoint movie, which he is coming back to play Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he
it's
has
the
also
Flash,
signed on for multiple
Yeah.
appearances as Batman for the MCU.
Huh.
Is the Flash in that?
Yes, that's the Flashpoint movie. That is basically
Oh,
Flash's story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going
So
to be
it's
interesting
very-
how they. I mean, it's based on comics, so anything can happen because
Well-
we're left to assume
Yeah.
that in the last Batman with Christian Bale, he
Mhm.
was dead, which
Okay.
proved to not be true.
Mm.
So the misconceptions around all that.
Yeah.
Christian Bale's is his own.
Yeah. It is.
Michael Keaton's is his own.
Yeah.
Adam West was his own. If we can even put Adam West in this,
Yeah, but the Christian Bale ones were based on them.
the Dark Horse comics.
The Dark Horse comics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to forget about George Clooney as Batman
Yeah.
or Ben Affleck as Batman.
Okay. So from what I've heard with the Flashpoint movie, this the Justice League and now the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
That's
it's
the guy
not
that did
last-
300, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually.
It's not the last time we're going to see Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh
I
God.
don't like him as Batman.
The Flashpoint movie is going to have Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah.
But it's going to have alternate universes.
Well, here's
Yeah.
your trivia question. Name the only actor who has played both Superman and Batman.
Superman and Batman?
Yeah. And I didn't know this until about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's Ben Affleck. He
Oh.
played George Reeve in the movie Hollywoodland, which was
Mhm.
based on the murder of George Reeve, who was the
Superman.
first TV Superman.
Yes.
Oh, that was the guy that was always drunk on set. Yeah.
They,
yeah.
they still can't figure out
Mm.
who was the murderer, but it was actually a pretty good movie.
But at least they have figured out in both Batman and Superman to put his underwear on the inside of the suit.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Yeah.
Well, George Clooney had nipples on his Batman suit. I
Okay,
mean,
we will
come
not
on.
mention the bat nipple suit. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
Adam West was budgie smuggling.
that was just, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was on Showtime or something about a month ago. And as
Mm.
soon as they showed that Batman outfit with nipples,
the bat
nah,
nipple
I ain't
suit.
watching it. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you gotta
What?
think,
Christian
Yeah.
Bale suit did as well. Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Christian Bale's had nipples.
Yeah, it did.
But not like he had been out in an ice storm.
Yeah.
You gotta think. Look who was Mr. Freeze in the Batman movie.
I know.
I
I
know.
mean,
What new in horror is coming down the pike that people anything that they can look forward to in the coming months?
ooh, the coming months. So,
A lot of rumors, isn't there?
well, there are a lot of rumors. We've got the continuation of the Halloween franchise
Yeah.
with the 2018 or 19 Halloween from Blumhouse
Mm.
Pictures. With Jamie Lee Curtis
Yeah.
coming back. This one's going to be called Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Um,
She's still playing Laurie Strode.
Yes, she is still playing Laurie Strode. She still has the long hair,
Mm.
but from what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gathered, that was a wig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a
Yeah,
weird
but she's
thing
proud-
on
she's
Jamie
proud
Lee
of-
Curtis. Yeah, Jamie
She's
Lee
proud of her
Curtis
grey
is
hair.
married. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
she's also proud of her
she's married to an English lord.
her bob cut
Mm.
too. So,
Mm. Yeah, she's
Oh.
married to an English lord. Mm.
but Jamie Lee Curtis is also not a fan of horror movies.
Mm.
Well, that's all
Yeah.
about the Benjamins then.
No, well,
That's all about the money.
pretty much. She's never been a fan of horror movies.
Mm.
She's a fan of the damn paycheck.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah,
pretty
that's it.
much.
Yeah,
And going to Comic Cons and conventions and horror conventions.
yeah.
We've got
Mm.
Scream.
Mm.
We've got.
Will we get a cameo from Charlie Sheen in it?
Mm.
Okay, you're thinking about Scary Movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, scary movie.
It
He was
was a
in
spoof
Scary
on-
Movie 3 onwards.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, no, unfortunately, there will be no Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
But still,
Scary movies. What I heard on the grapevine, the Wayans brothers have bought the rights.
they have bought the rights back
Yeah.
to the Scary
Yeah.
Movie
Yeah,
franchise.
they're supposed to be completely redoing number 3 onwards.
Yes.
The way they would have done it.
We've got yet again another Candyman
Yeah, Candy.
reboot.
Yeah, but at least they're bringing
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd back. Yeah.
Yes, at least he is being portrayed. You know, he's portraying
Yeah.
Candyman. We've got yet another
Mm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie,
Yeah.
which they need to go ahead and kill that off
Yeah.
right now,
Mhm. That's true.
because the way they're saying is that Leatherface is going to be a 63-year-old man, wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
How is that possible? And how is he going to run around with a chainsaw? He's
Yeah.
going to be pushing his chair around. I'll get you. I'll get you. Oh, my teeth fell out. Anyways, I'm just, there's no creative mindset with horror movies.
No.
It's just to scare the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
living crud out of younger people nowadays.
It's not many. Most recent years, the only really original ones I can even think of is the British horror Dog Soldiers.
Yes, dog soldiers.
They're about werewolves. Mm. Yeah.
Well, folks, I want to thank Chris and Eddie T for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Now I am faithfully trying to post the podcasts as they come up, but how would tell people how to subscribe to the podcast?
So you can subscribe either on YouTube, Screen Time Horror Podcast. You can go to our Anchor podcast, Anchor FM. You can go to iHeartRadio, select podcasts, Screen Time Horror, and Google Podcast, Apple, all major podcasting
Yeah,
platforms.
all the major.
We have social media out the yin yang.
That's it.
Yes, you do. Guys, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Eddie,
Yeah,
next
thanks for
time
having us.
next time we get you on, I want to talk about the horror factory this was the factory for horror films back in the day. I want to spend some time talking about Hammer Studios.
Bray Studios.
Bray Studios.
It's still there.
Yep.
Yeah, they still use it.
Every time I see a Hammer film,
Yeah.
it's always got the late Peter
Frankenstein and
Cushing.
everything, it's got the iconic castle.
Yeah. And they always star Peter Cushing.
There it is.
Well,
Yeah, Peter Cushing.
Christopher Lee is the only Dracula for me.
That's true.
Now, see, that can be a future get together on us.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Frank Langella did a great Dracula back in his younger days.
Yeah.
Bela Lugosi is not the end all and be all of Dracula.
No,
There have been some great portrayals
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Vlad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, guys, thanks.
Yeah.
What we'll
Been a
do next
pleasure.
time, we'll do this when it's not 11 o'clock in Great Britain. That'll make it a whole lot easier. Guys, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Eddie. Tell the
Yeah.
Royals to kiss my ass.
Oh, well,
I'm tired of
never thought
hearing about them.
it. Yeah.
And I'll talk to you during the week, Christopher. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
No problem.
Lovely.
That was awesome. Big thanks to Chris and Eddie T from the Scream Time Horror Podcast. Follow those guys. They do a tremendous job, and it's worth your time. It really is worth your time. Now for the big announcement, because I told you, I posted yesterday, there would be a huge announcement. Baseball season is right around the corner. And we're going to have to redo our ending because once baseball season is up and rolling, Tuesday and Thursday nights when the Lookouts are at home will be out of the question because I'll be at the ballpark. So what we are going to do, and I think this will fit in, number one, we're going to expand to approximately 1 hour. And number two, Sunday nights. Because with baseball season starting up in about a month, there's a lot of prep work I need to do. So I want to get in that mindset to do baseball. So we're going to do Sundays only at 7 o'clock. And that will afford us the opportunity to get more guests because I'm waiting on word back from Rhonda Swaney so we can get her back on to talk about Tennessee online dating. As soon as everything kind of dies down, I want to get Dave Staley on here because last Sunday was tremendous. Close to 2,000 people have checked that out. So we're going to go one night a week, Sunday night, 7 o'clock. My philosophy is if you're doing some live stream, it needs to be the same time all the time. We've had Sundays at 7 o'clock for quite a while. We're just dropping Tuesday and Thursday because it's just going to be impossible to do that regularly once baseball season gets here. And I have no fear of going up against 60 Minutes on Sunday night. But it'll be easier for everybody. Or I think it will. You can direct message me your thoughts on it. Hopefully everybody's getting their vaccine now. The numbers are dropping, but we still have to be vigilant and make sure we are still doing what we need to do to mitigate the spread. And the more and more people that get vaccinated, President Biden has said he wants everybody to be able to get together, on the 4th of July. Boy, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? That would be awesome. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Chris and Eddie T over in Great Britain from the Scream Time Horror Podcast for joining us. We're going to wrap it up. Don't forget, we will be back next Sunday night to try and hopefully lighten your day a little bit. See you next Sunday. Good night.
Oh, look at me. I'm rambling again. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. Catch you later on down the trail. Say, friend, you got any more of that good sarsaparilla?
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. With Island Town, gonna do one burn down. Think it's running out empty for far too long. Only you, 'cause I'm getting so low. Nothing can you give me makes me feel so bad. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.